Spoilers. What's going on, y'all? Brother Doug here. Alright, so over the weekend I saw Jurassic World. First off, let me start off by saying I'm a fan of the series. You know, I read the first book. I haven't read Lost World, the book, but I've seen all the movies. The first one is still my favorite. It's my top 10. As far as it being a good sequel, it was far superior than 2 and 3. I didn't really like 2 because, I don't know, just didn't have the magic as the original. And 3 was okay. You know, it had action and whatnot, but it just lacked the magic of the first one, just like the second one did. But this one, Jurassic World, I mean, it really was a follow-up to Jurassic Park. You know, Colin Trevorrow, the director, said that, you know, that 2 and 3 aren't going to have anything to do with the events that take place in this movie. And we're like, oh, come on, man. Alright, so as indicated in the beginning of this video, this is a spoiler-heavy video. You know, you can't talk about something without spoilers. Let's get started. So, you know, the only returning character, well, human character, from the original Jurassic Park is Henry Wu. And so Henry Wu originally died in the books. But for some reason, he had a bigger role in this one. Remember Dennis Nedry, the fat dude from the first movie, how he was selling out embryos to another company? So I think they're going to carry that storyline into the next sequel to this movie, Jurassic World, Jurassic City. Yeah, because he took the embryos, and him and the villain, the main villain this one, Hoskins, had like a little master plan, you know, to have dinosaurs, you know, off in the war zone, like Iraq, you understand, you know, war. As far as the acting goes, Chris Pratt is awesome. I loved him as Star-Lord. I liked him here. You know, as far as him being Indiana Jones or Han Solo in one of the Star Wars spin-off movies, yeah, I mean that's kind of oversaturation, but he's fine just as those two, you know, Owen Grady and Star-Lord. So, I mean, now that the park is closed officially, you know, what are they going to do with the embryos? Are they going to make another dinosaur park? Like, did you all not learn from the first 3 mistakes? The first movie, the second movie, the third movie. Did you all not learn anything? That creating these dinosaurs... Oh, Lord. So my favorite part of the movie is when the nephews finally reunited with Claire and Grady, you know, Chris Pratt's character and Bryce Dallas Howard's character. When the little boy was like, you know, can we stay with you? And then Bryce Dallas Howard's character, Claire, was like, you know, yeah, I'm never leaving you again. And the little boy was like, actually, we're talking to him. Definitely him. It's definitely Another favorite part was a couple of scenes when the I-Rex first fought the... one of the Pilosauruses, you know, the one with the ball tail, with the ball at the end of its tail, when he was fighting that thing, that was awesome. And also the final fight, you know, T-Rex versus I-Rex versus Blue, the little raptor, that was tight, you know, 2 against 1. And then Mosasaurus came and took that shit off. Speaking of Mosasaurus, I really didn't like that scene when the pterodactyls are one of my favorite dinosaurs, but I didn't really like when Zara, the, you know, Claire's assistant, was really getting picked off in the sea, and then all of a sudden the Mosasaurus came, and I just felt like that was a useless death. Like, come on, man. And speaking of useless death, you know, Masrani, you know, the owner, the founder, the CEO of the company, how he took in his own hands to fly the helicopter instead of waiting for the instructor to drive the helicopter, you know, to have the ACU team come and take out the I-Rex. Like, come on, man. But the I-Rex is pretty dope, you know, it can camouflage, it can communicate with both raptors and T-Rex. And that scene was dope when the I-Rex was communicating with the raptors. I wonder what they were saying. That would have been dope if they had subtitles. So they took bits and pieces from previous scripts that were potentially going to be Jurassic Park 4 and incorporated into this movie. You know, like I said, the weaponized dinosaurs, and using dinosaurs as, you know, battle mechanisms, and, you know, kind of like Pokemon, you know, the relationship between a trainer and an animal. My favorite attraction, though, while watching the movie would have to be the little gyrosphere. You know, we could roam around the park in a little sphere. That was pretty tight. And you had the little Jimmy Fallon pre-show or whatnot. And during that gyrosphere scene, when Claire is trying to call Zach, you know, tell him about, you know, that the park is in danger and how this phone was breaking up, you know, I'm tired of that cliche. Like, wouldn't it have been easier? We're in a new day and age now. Modern technology works perfectly. Well, not all too perfectly, but I mean, it has some uses. Like, you know, why didn't she just send a text like, hey, park is in danger, scare face emoji? But the brother is stupid. You knew that was well, one, they didn't know that it was a restricted access area, but you can obviously tell that it was a restricted access area. You know, he had the electric fence, the electric wall. Come on, bro. He was like, oh, come on, aren't you going to be daring? Don't you want to see what's behind here? And, you know, trying to convince his little brother that it's okay to go up there. Like, no, bro. This is the second Jurassic Park movie where the black person doesn't die. The first one would be Lost World, where, you know, the little black girl didn't die, and this one, Omar Sy didn't die. Barry, that was his character's name. There were a lot of Easter eggs to the movie too. You know, the little binoculars, the little night vision goggles. Then when they were walking through the old visitor center, you can see the little banner that said "Dinosaurs ruled the earth." Remember that from the end of the first movie? Alright, also I failed to mention that during the scene when the pterodactyls are attacking, you know, the guests, there was a scene inside Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville, and there was a dude who went back for the 2 margaritas while being attacked. Well, while the attack was going on. Turns out that dude is Jimmy Buffett himself. I didn't know that until I got home. I was like, what? In fact, I don't even remember seeing that scene. You know, someone had explained it to me. And also, I forgot to mention, you know, I was just rushing about some more Easter eggs. I forgot to mention, I spotted this one out. Ian Malcolm's book is sitting on one of the desks of one of the operators at the park, if you guys didn't notice. So overall, I mean, the story was okay. The direction was cool. The director's from the Bay. He's from the town, Oakland. That's pretty cool. So that definitely gets a plus in my book. The movie wasn't bad, but it wasn't great either. You know, I guess I came in there with high expectations since this is a real sequel to one of my favorite movies in my top 10. Other than that, I give Jurassic World 4 out of 5. I mean, it was cool. I mean, it kept me entertained. You know, I was laughing and, you know, shook in some parts. But, hey, this is probably one of the first movies this summer where I stayed away from spoilers. Tell me, what's your favorite dinosaur? And if this park was real, would you visit? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure you like the video, share the video, subscribe. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter. And like always, deuces.